Welcome to English, Please, the podcast where we explore captivating topics in under 10 minutes in clear intermediate English. I'm your host, Christopher. I live and work in New York City, and I'm a language enthusiast who has always been interested in the best ways to learn a new language. First of all, thanks for listening. My apologies for the delay in releasing this new episode, but things have been quite busy. And if you're following politics here, quite crazy too. Episodes will now return to a more regular schedule. Oh, also, I mentioned before that I'm sending occasional newsletters to assist you on your journey to fluency. If you're interested, you can sign up in the show notes. And don't worry, I only send emails occasionally. In a future episode, I'm going to answer questions that I've received since English Please began a little over a year ago. If you have a question to add, please send it either through the newsletter sign-up at comullen.com/pod or send it directly to english.please.podcast@gmail.com. I'm working through the many amazing questions I've received about learning English, about New York City, and about many other topics. I think it'll be a fun episode, so please keep sending your questions. Now, on with this episode. I'm excited to talk about a topic that often sparks lively discussion around the world: the work life in the United States. Many say that people in the United States work too much, including a lot of people who live here. And today, I want to discuss what that means, how it affects everyday life, and how some aspects of the American work culture compare to other countries. When you hear that Americans work too much, what comes to mind? In the United States, the idea of long hours is very common. A full-time job usually means working 40 hours per week. Yet, many people find themselves working extra hours, sometimes even on the weekends. This isn't simply a matter of needing extra money. It's a deeply connected cultural belief here that hard work is the key to success. Maybe you've heard the famous phrase, the American dream. It's the idea that if you work hard enough, you can achieve almost anything, regardless of where you start or your background. This belief is a driving force behind the long hours many people put in. I won't talk too much about how realistic this is for the average person in the United States, but it is a very real belief for many, many people. What about holidays and time off? In the United States, there are several national holidays such as New Year's Day, Independence Day, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. These days are important, and most people are able to take the days off to spend with family or friends, or just to relax. There's no guarantee that you will get to have the day off, though. And there is no law that requires a person to be paid for these holidays, although many employers do. Of course, when we compare this to places like Europe, the picture becomes more complicated. In many European countries, workers are legally entitled to many more paid vacation days, sometimes up to 6 weeks per year, along with more generous sick and parental leave. In contrast, many American workers receive only about 2 weeks of vacation, and there is no law requiring any paid vacation. This difference reflects another aspect of American life: the balance, or sometimes imbalance, between work and leisure time. There is also an interesting difference in how benefits like healthcare are handled. In the United States, workers often receive health insurance through their employer. In most cases, the employer pays a portion of the cost each month, and the worker pays the rest. This arrangement means that keeping a job is not just about earning money. it also means protecting your health and the well-being of your family. In many other developed countries, healthcare is provided by the government. In the US, though, it is not, and this leads to a situation where American employees feel more pressure to stay in their jobs, even when work becomes overwhelming, because leaving could mean losing a crucial benefit. In addition, people in the US are sometimes afraid to take a chance on a new business idea or a new job because of the fear of losing health insurance. Honestly, it's very frustrating. There's more, of course. Think about the issue of parental leave. In many countries, new parents are offered several months of paid leave so they can care for their newborns without financial worry. In the US, while there is the Family and Medical Leave Act, or FMLA, it only provides unpaid leave for up to 12 weeks. Basically, your employer must keep your job safe until you return. But again, you do not get paid at all. This means that many American parents must return to work sooner, and they have to balance the demands of a newborn with a busy job. This can be challenging and has led to discussions about whether the American system truly supports families. It's important to note that American work life is not a uniform experience. The nature of work can change greatly depending on where you live and the type of job you do. For example, working in a large, busy city like New York or San Francisco is very different from working in a small town. In big cities, people might be involved in fast-paced industries like finance, technology, or media, and the work hours can be long and unpredictable. In smaller communities, jobs might offer more regular hours and a slower pace. But many bigger cities have local laws that offer some protection for workers that smaller towns frequently don't have. In general, though, things are still a bit more difficult for workers than in many other countries. Over the past few years, there has been a growing conversation in the United States about the importance of work-life balance. Many companies are trying to offer more flexible working hours and even remote work options. The idea is to allow employees to manage their work in a way that also gives them time for family, hobbies, and rest. These changes reflect a broader global trend where people are increasingly aware of the need to balance professional ambitions with personal well-being. Still, when we compare working in the United States to working in other countries, there are clear differences in priorities. In many European nations, there is strong government regulation to protect workers. Strict rules about maximum working hours and mandatory vacation time help ensure that employers have the opportunity to recharge. In the US, the system tends to rely more on individual negotiations between employers and employees, with less government intervention. People here talk about this as giving people freedom and responsibility, but it can also mean that those who are not in strong negotiating positions could end up working more than is healthy. This situation creates a unique tension in the American work culture. On the one hand, people are proud of the opportunity to work hard and to climb the career ladder through their own efforts. On the other hand, the pressure to perform and the fear of losing important benefits can lead to stress and burnout. This culture often celebrates people who push themselves to their limits in the pursuit of success. While this can inspire creativity and innovation, it also raises questions about sustainability and quality of life. Work life in the United States is a mix of opportunity, responsibility, and yes, also sacrifice. The idea that Americans work too much is rooted in the long hours and the deep cultural belief in hard work leading to success. While there are clear challenges to this approach, such as fewer vacation days and the link between work and health insurance, I can say there is a growing awareness among people in the US, and lots of people are working to create a better balance. I hope you were able to understand most of the English in this episode. As always, there's a transcript available to help you with your understanding. You can find a link in the episode notes. Try to listen again with the transcript to help with anything that wasn't clear. Again, I'm Christopher, and I want to invite you to join me in future episodes of English Please to hear about a variety of topics, all focused on helping you with your English. Subscribe now wherever you listen to podcasts, and let's embark on an adventure together in clear, understandable English. Sincere thanks, as always, for listening. And please, send me your questions. See you soon!